Hi, everybody.
Chuck Schumer arriving for his first day as Senate Democratic leader. His new large suite still strewn with unpacked boxes.
Yeah, you guys have some decorating to do here.
Yes, a lot. It's not my forte.
Do you solemnly swear?
Schumer was hoping to be the new Democratic majority leader, working with Hillary Clinton in the White House. Instead, he's leading the Trump opposition. He proudly described a recent conversation with Trump.
I said, Mr. President-elect, you went after both the Democratic and Republican establishments when you ran. You were an anti-establishment change candidate. But by your cabinet picks and your early pronouncements, you seem to be embracing the time-worn, shop-worn, hard right.
You said that to him?
I did.
What did he say?
Nothing. But I said to him, if you do that, your presidency will not come close to being a success.
For Schumer, success will be even more complicated, a fine line between when to work with Trump and when not to.
The only way we're going to work with him is if he moves completely in our direction and abandons his Republican colleagues. 95% of the time we'll be holding his feet to the fire and holding him accountable. But we're Democrats. We're not going to just oppose things to oppose them.
Schumer climbed the Democratic ranks as a fierce partisan and prolific fundraiser, but in recent years worked to become a successful legislator.
This bipartisan blueprint is a major breakthrough.
Playing a key role crafting Senate immigration reform, though it stalled in the House.
I've known you for a long time. You love a deal, not unlike the president-elect. I find that hard to believe that you don't want to make deals
Here's the
with him.
problem. The Republicans in the Senate and the House have been run by a hard right group, an almost Tea Party group, and they are so far away.
But now they've got a deal maker in the White House, just like you.
We're going to look at the specifics of what is proposed. Of course I'd like to make a deal.
That makes progressives in Schumer's own party nervous.
Democracy for America leading progressive group said Democratic leaders from Chuck Schumer down need to stop playing footsie with Trump and pretending we can find common
We're playing
ground.
no footsie. My views are exactly the same as Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders.
Since when?
Both of them have said the same exact thing. If we can work with him and be true to our principles, we're not going to reject it. But overall, we're sticking to our principles.
The two New Yorkers have a history. Schumer says he doesn't know Donald Trump well, but he was one of the senator's early political donors. Schumer confirmed the president-elect told him he likes him better than GOP leaders.
He said something close to it.
Were you surprised to hear a Republican president tell a Democratic leader he likes you more than the Republicans?
When you get to be in my position, people do tend to want to flatter you, and you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Trump is hardly Schumer's only concern. He's also in charge of fixing his defeated Democratic Party. His prescription?
A sharp-edged economic message that talks about helping the middle class and people who want to get to the middle class get there more easily. We didn't have that in this election.
Just the task for the man who put himself on the map in the 1980s by being media savvy.
You know, the famous line, the most dangerous place in Washington is between a camera and Chuck Schumer.
Said by Bob Dole after he was mad that I passed the Brady Law. Which I'm proud I did.
Now our viewers should know that when we try to talk to you in the hallway, you pretend like you're on the cell phone, which you know you do. So that has changed a lot.
In the early days, the press was a very good way to bring out problems that needed to be fixed. Now I have other levers of power, so I'm hardly inaccessible. I'm sitting here with you, and you can say a lot of bad things about Chuck Schumer. Inaccessibility is never going to be one of them.
Same goes for authenticity.
There's a balcony.
There's
I never
a big
went out
balcony.
there.
No?
We're going to try to find out as a weekend of barbecues.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Leader or not, refined he will never be.
You just put a fire escape down there, it'll be like Brooklyn.
That's right.
Dana Bash, CNN, Capitol Hill.
Well, one of the pictures I have.